Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
One, Omaha.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 12.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
Here comes Cohen. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Just 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, alert 3. 2.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Switch. Recon, 132 fighter. Now.
They'll throw now on the final play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So we're at halftime in the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll go again to Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They'll go with Jones. Whoosh. Jones breaking from the contact, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one complete to Hill. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's a run with Ballage. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. Tannehill now to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check. Check for it.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. After the penalty, it's Jones. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Undercrunch. Topper. Back.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Pilot, 64, weak. Kill. Check 99. Rock it.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tariq Cohen, 51 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
21. Here we go.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here we go.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go. 50, plant. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check it out, read. 6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. 1 back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Leo!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
31. Saints, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Garoppolo, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devin Bush, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Don't get nervous. Deuce. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, check 24. Let's go. Get set. Hard.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Antonio Brown, 42 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead's down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Jim. Let's go hit it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check. 80 weapons.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Tannehill going to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush able to record his 5th sack of the season. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.